What's up, guys? It's Chris Moulton, Andrew Martin. It's the Union Report. We have with us today none other than Carmel legend, Pierce Gallaway. How you doing today?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, it's so good to have you back here on the Union Report. It's been a long time. And just getting into the fact that you're a Carmel native, have you attended any of the car festivities this week so far?
I haven't this week. Usually I try to stay away, honestly.
Yep.
Going back into Carmel, the traffic is horrible. So it's okay out here in Marina. Like everything else is kind of more towards Carmel. But if I want to go in to Carmel, the traffic, I just know is going to be horrible. So
that's how you know he's a real local.
Yeah.
He like shuts in for a week. I know I do the same thing.
It's not worth it.
Not at all.
For me, at least.
So I wanted to talk a little bit. You've been placed in a couple of different positions this season. You've been at a center back, a defending mid, a center mid. Which one of those to you feels like the most natural for you?
Definitely defensive midfield. It's just where I've had the most experience playing. Just sitting kind of in front of the two center backs, dictating play, sweeping up, winning a lot of balls on defense, and just connecting play with my center backs and the rest of the team.
Okay, being kind of a conduit then between the mid and the back.
I did play a little bit higher in college, but I mean, as the game changes, you get to a higher level. You usually move back instead of moving forward. So it just suits kind of my skill set, my athleticism a little bit better, is just kind of playing that 6 role in front of the center backs.
Nice. Andrew, you have a question?
Yeah, kind of going off that, if you were asked to write a brief scouting report on yourself as a player, how would you describe your style of play?
I would say something at least that I pride myself on is making very few mistakes with the ball, connecting a lot of passes. I think I do a good job of winning a lot of 50-50 balls in the midfield and regaining possession for our team. And just a super consistent player. Like not gonna do anything too crazy out of this world, but also not gonna play below like an average level for myself. So I would say my main strengths are just consistency, and then sweeping up balls defensively and just keeping the game ticking, connecting passes as much as I can.
Okay. And then going back to you being from this area, from Carmel, is it something that you ever think about in terms of you've gone from, as a younger person, being a regular person in the area to now you're a recognizable figure? You might go out to the grocery store and more people might recognize you. What's it like kind of becoming a more prominent person in the community that you've grown up in?
Honestly, I don't really get recognized, especially in Carmel. I'll get recognized more out here closer to the stadium just because the team is closer. But it's just cool, I think, to look back and see, where I've came from to being able to play here for the Union, which is really cool. Carmel's a super small area, so to be able to say I made it as a professional athlete is a pretty cool thing to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. And so wanted to touch on your time with the Dose, right? You played MBFC 2, and you were part of that team that won that division that they play in.
Yeah.
How important was that time on MBFC 2 to you for your career?
That was obviously really important time to kind of take some next steps. It's also like a super fun summer. I mean, like you said, we won the league, so we won. I think we only lost one game all summer, except for the first playoff game against Ventura. But one game in the league all summer. So the vibes at training were good. It was just a really fun team to be a part of. So getting that kind of lighter-hearted experience before going into a serious college season in the fall, I think that was super good just for my mental health and just like enjoyment with footy overall.
Yeah.
So that was super important for me. And then obviously being around the stadium here, getting some FaceTime with the coaches at the time, and being able to come in and train with the first team, getting introduced to a professional environment, that was super important. And so I was lucky enough to get that experience, play a lot, obviously getting minutes over the summer when you're going into a college season, you just hit the ground running. So obviously I was well prepared to go into that fall season at ODU, and it was a really good summer for me. Obviously great to get a trophy for the club, so it was cool. Yeah.
Nice. And you played, when you went to Old Dominion, you played then in every game for them, right?
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I know you did youth soccer in high school and all that in this area, and I believe at that time anything within even a reasonable distance would have been the Quakes. So when you were getting out of college and had the opportunity to play professional, how kind of surreal was it to realize that there were some professional opportunities literally in your backyard?
Yeah, I don't remember exactly when I found out the team was being announced, but I was definitely in college, and I was like, whoa, this is kind of surprising considering it's a smaller area.
Yeah.
But obviously a great opportunity for local players like myself to take steps to play in the program. So once I saw it was real and came to a couple games, I was like, this is really cool to have professional soccer.
You're like, I'm in.
Locally in the area. So yeah, when that was an option, I knew like this is something I need to go for seriously.
Absolutely. And in terms of playing for Old Dominion, how did you end up in Virginia on the other side of the country?
It's an interesting story. So I was at Willamette Division III in Oregon, and I knew I was going to have another year of eligibility after my senior year, and I knew I wasn't going to stay there. I wanted to go D1 if I was going to have a chance of playing pro. So that fall season with Willamette, I'm in the portal. Team's doing really well. I'm scoring, assisting every weekend. Team's like ranked nationally. We were number 7 at one point. Emailing coaches, nothing. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I need to change strategy here. I'll go wherever. I just need a D1 opportunity. And I wanted to study business, so I was doing a master's program. So that was obviously the important piece, like they have to have the program I want to do. So it's not like the list wasn't like super long, but there was a decent amount of schools. It wasn't open to any school because of the NBA. But, and then season was kind of getting towards the end in October, hadn't really talked to any coaches, had any offers. And then there was like a local connection I had in Oregon, weird connection with ODU. And I get a text from one of my old coaches. He's like, oh, have you heard from Old Dominion? I heard they were reaching out and hadn't heard anything. And so they had my wrong number.
Oh,
so
man.
literally 15 minutes later after I told him like I hadn't gotten a text, I got a text from the Old Dominion coach and we just started talking, and I knew I was going to probably be a starter every game, playing in a really good conference in the Sun Belt, playing, Marshall, West Virginia, Kentucky, like really good schools. So I was like, I don't really see how it's going to get much better than this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready to do it because I was going in January as well. So I was like, I don't have a ton of time here to like make a decision. It's kind of like, all right, we're going to graduate in December and move in January. So it worked out really well. Got a lot of love for the coaches and teammates that I had out there, even if it was just for 1 year.
Yeah, it's always great when things like that work out.
It was really weird how it just happened quick, and I was like, kind of checks all my boxes. I don't see why I'd keep waiting. If they want me, like, let's do it.
Thankfully, you figured out that they had the wrong number.
Yeah. They've
Really?
been texting the wrong Pierce.
So we talked about Old Dominion, and you got a master's in business administration. Have you been able to use that at all in your professional soccer career in any way?
Not really. I mean, I have a private training company on the side that I don't know how much the MBA translates to like a small side hustle like that. But
And what's the name of the company? You want to give a little bit more information about that?
Peak Performance Soccer. You can follow me on Instagram. Train a ton of youth players, kids from like 8 all the way to high school kids. So something that I really enjoy doing now. So that's kind of fun for me to do outside of soccer, is kind of run my own small business-ish. Even it's not very big, couple clients here and there, but it's fun to keep me busy on the side, interact with players in the community, help them get better, help them, make the better team that they're trying out for, improve their skills. So that's kind of my side hustle, what I would hope to grow eventually, and it's something I enjoy doing outside of here.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I know Andrew always loves to ask this question, but I'm going to ask it this time. Do you have any hobbies off the pitch that aren't like footy related?
I love golf.
Golf?
I started golfing last year with a couple guys on the team, and I just got hooked. And some guys.
And that's where the celebration came from?
And so it's really nice because it's like you still stay in your kind of like competitive athlete mind, but it's obviously very easy on the body. So you can go golf after practice and not, be that taxed, but you're still kind of engaging in something competitive that's hard. So I enjoy it for that aspect. Yeah, it's just fun. It's relaxing. You're out in nature. You're out wherever, and it's just relaxing for me, honestly. Spend some time with the guys. It's fun.
You guys use a cart or do you walk the course?
Use a cart. Yeah.
You're like, I
That's
just
half the
came
fun
off-
of golfing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I just came off the training pitch. I am in the cart for sure.
Yeah.
Andrew, you have a question?
Yeah, so as a local, I think in this area, there's a big division between the tourists and the locals. As a local, do you have any secret hotspots you like to frequent that you're willing to give up the secret for locals?
I'm trying to think, like, local spots in Carmel. I mean, Carmel is just so touristy. It's hard to say, like, a local spot. I would say probably most of the spots I enjoy, most people know. Maybe not as much Acme Coffee in Seaside. It's kind of not, it's like less of a cafe type place, and it's just pretty much just coffee. There's not much seating, but the coffee is really good. I feel like most people I see there are definitely very local versus like some other spots I like near Alvarado Street, and those can get a little more touristy, but I think Acme is pretty as local of a coffee spot you can get around here from what I've seen.
Definitely. So wanted to kind of transition to your family, and I know we're getting close on time, but what role did your parents play in you pursuing soccer from a youth up till now?
I mean, they were the ones that were supporting me. You can't like get to practices and stuff by yourself.
Yeah.
So they're the ones driving me to practice, flying with me to tournaments, paying for me to play also.
Yeah.
So pretty much until I could start driving myself, like they were with me every step of the way. So which is super huge, not just, I mean, obviously since I was the youth player, but since I've been on the team here, they come to every home game. They support me. It's really cool to know, I have them in the stands watching. It makes a world of a difference.
Definitely. Andrew?
I think I've asked all my questions. I think if you're ready, I'm ready to move on to the rapid fire.
All right. Rapid fire car week edition. All right. We had to cut a few mechanical questions before we started recording. So, all right, Pierce, what was your first car you ever owned? Year, make, and model?
Ford Escape 2011. It was white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Andrew?
Along those same lines, do you have a favorite car you've ever owned or driven? And you can't use the one that you drove at Laguna Seca.
That was a good one. I have only really, I guess the car I have now, I really like it. It's my dad's Mazda CX-5. It's a little more sporty than the Ford I used to have, and technology, and it's pretty good. It's not super new, not super old, so I like it.
Nice.
It gets me where I need to go. Easy to drive.
And if you could own any car ever, what car would it be?
So you can go like the sports car route or the practical route. I'm not sure. I think it would be cool to have a truck, honestly.
Yeah.
Like a big truck.
I'm a truck guy myself.
Yeah.
So.
You can always put like rims on a minivan though, or
Yeah.
really.
I think it would be
trick
cool
it
to have a
out.
truck, especially, athletic guy, always transporting some sort of gear in the back of my car. So to have that truck bed, I think would be pretty handy for me. Surfboard, golf clubs, training equipment, whatever.
Nice. Andrew?
So if you think about it, which of your teammates, or it could even be a coach, I guess, on the MBFC roster has the coolest car right now?
Oh, 100% Diego.
I thought you were going to say that.
Yeah, I don't really know exactly what it is, but it's pretty sweet.
Yeah, he's a gearhead, right?
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool.
All right. Pierce, could you drive a manual transmission?
No.
No?
No.
It was like,
No.
All right, Andrew?
Yeah, so our final question here is if you could give your car, and maybe you already have this, if you could give your car a name that fits its looks and condition, what would that name be?
I feel like you kind of have to go with alliteration. So I would just go like something simple like Mike the Mazda. I don't know.
I love it.
I don't know. Yeah.
We have no more questions, but I have a bonus question because he's a Carmel guy. I'm a PG guy. I asked you this last time. I'm almost certain what you're going to say, but the shoe game will be coming up within the next couple of months. What is your prediction?
Carmel High win. Come on.
That's all the time we have. Pierce, thanks so much for
thank you,
joining
guys.
us. It's
Yeah.
been a blast. And go jump in Mike the Mazda and head on home.
Thank you. See you guys later.
Thank you.
Thanks.